The Rise of Mandhathu, Lanka's Forgotten Genius. Chapter 21, The Dawnless Hour. The skies above Lanka remained fractured, starless, dim, and humming with static like the earth itself awaited judgment. In the temple gardens, Mandhathu sat alone, his relic arm resting upon his knee, the embedded axis crystal pulsing in uneven rhythms. Not with violence, but with indecision. Callan approached silently. "You called this the dawnless hour. Why?" "Because it feels like time has stopped choosing sides," Mandhathu murmured. "The fracture is no longer just above us or beneath us. It's inside us now." From the palace towers came the sounds of distant unrest, crowds chanting, armored boots moving, factions rising, peace slipping between the fingers of a nation forged by visionaries, but not yet lost. That evening, Ravana summoned Mandhathu to the inner sanctum. No guards, no throne, just Ravana, in a linen robe, eyes ringed with fatigue and timeless clarity. "You've carried the burden well, my son," he said, gesturing for Mandhathu to kneel. "But it is time I place in your hands the final key." From beneath a hidden compartment in the altar, Ravana pulled a scroll, aged, marked with both axis and mirror flame sigils. "The ancients built two axes not as prisons," he said, "but as tuning forks to stabilize the song of fate. But the harmony was lost when fear took the place of faith. You now have the chance to restore it." Mandhathu unrolled the scroll. His breath caught, a diagram not of control, but of convergence. "You're retiring, aren't you?" Mandhathu asked quietly. Ravana smiled. "I am not leaving. I am stepping aside. And Indrajith, Meghawarna, is ready to carry the crown. He has strength, but he must learn peace." Mandhathu bowed, emotion tightening his throat. "You were always more than a king to me." Ravana touched his shoulder. "And you are more than a weapon, Mandhathu. You are a balance." That night, the axis crystal in Mandhathu's arm pulsed violently. In the distance, the sky cracked open once more, a spiral of black stars and red lightning flaring as Viramitra activated the corrupted axis. Mandhathu, Nimya, Kalan, and Suryani rode to the fracture site, the ruins of an old observatory now warped into a jagged glass-ribbed crater. Viramitra stood at its center, clad in an exoskeletal suit etched with reversed runes, the second axis thrumming beside him like a broken heart. "I offered truth," Viramitra snarled, "and you chose illusion." "I chose harmony," Mandhathu replied. "Your axis only reflects your fear." The battle began, but this was not war. This was a trial of wills, of realities. The space around them bent. Nimya's vision spun uncontrollably. Kalan's blade sliced echoes. Suryani wielded light like ink. Mandhathu locked eyes with Viramitra. "We end this. Together." And then he stepped into the fracture. Within the fracture, time unraveled. Mandhathu saw himself, crowned in power or burned in silence. Ravana weeping, Lanka in flames, Lanka reborn, a child holding a relic, smiling. Then he saw Viramitra as a young scholar, afraid, disillusioned, forgotten. "You were never the enemy," Mandhathu whispered, "only a wound that festered too long." Mandhathu extended his hand. "I can't undo your past, but I can give it meaning." Viramitra hesitated. Then he screamed and lunged. But as his blade neared, Mandhathu held firm, not resisting, but stabilizing the rhythm in the air with the relic. Light exploded. The twin axes pulsed twice, then merged. The skies of Lanka cleared for the first time in weeks. From the observatory ruins, Mandhathu emerged, exhausted, bloodied, but unbroken. Viramitra lay unconscious beside him, not dead, but changed. The axis no longer thrummed with war, it sang with memory. At the palace, Ravana stood before his people, with Indrajith at his side. "This kingdom was never mine alone," Ravana declared. "It belongs to all who seek truth." He stepped down. Indrajith knelt, then rose slowly. "I will rule as my father did, not with fear, but with fire and compassion." Mandhathu looked up to the stars, now aligned, strange, familiar, and whole. It's begun, Nemeus said. No, Mandhathu replied, smiling faintly. It's balanced. To be concluded in chapter 22, the final ember.